Hey yo crew, what is up? Welcome back. I am Pseudo, and I've got an extremely strong build for you on Bladesworn of all things. I know, right? For once. This build is nuts. It also does have really good pressure. It's also extremely weird, and I don't think that it's actually going to stay in the game for very long. I like to put on my tinfoil hat and copium myself up into a corner to believe that they're one day going to actually rework Bladesworn to be relevant outside of a couple niche traits and interactions. But let's get into it, shall we? So this build works with Rifle. I know it's not my favorite weapon either. However, with the recent changes, Rifle is kind of one of your strongest options on Warrior. I never thought I would say that sentence, but it has amazing damage. It actually hits from 1200 range, unlike your gunsaber skills, and it has incredible interactions with your stances as well as Lush Forest. This build was always possible, but this past patch enabled the build a little bit more than it was before, because as you'll see, once you use all of the first charges of your rifle skills, using this rifle butt no longer needs to hit a target to refresh your ammunition skills. So how this build essentially works without going too much into Bladesworn nuance or warrior interactions is it works through cycling through all of your stances. You'll see here you're running a trait called Lush Forest, which interacts with all of your ammunition skills except for Gunsaber 3, because it is bugged in World vs. World and PvP, to cool down all of your stances by 1 second, basically all of your skills by 1 second, whenever you use the first charge of an ammunition skill. This is extremely strong because stances, by definition, are balanced through having longer cooldowns. And you'll notice I'm giving myself a little bit of alacrity here through Relic of Rivers. It got nerfed recently, so you can definitely run whatever relic you want, whether it's speed in World vs. World or that broken Stormsinger relic in PvP. But essentially what you do is you stare at your skill bar and rotate through using all of these skills while you try to use your stances off cooldown. It's incredibly annoying to do in a fight, and it's also incredibly strong because all of your rifle skills auto-track to wherever your target is. You can have near 100% uptime on physical damage immunity, let alone kiting. The Bladesworn side of your kit adds almost nothing to the build as usual. It was really only there to proc Lush Forest, and you can also use the Dragon Slashes to stack Might and Fury in World vs. World, or give your team alacrity in PvP. I know it sounds like a joke, it sounds like a meme, and it 100% is. Pretty much everything on Bladesworn is these days. However, it's also extremely strong, and it does compete with the Willbenders, Virtuosos, and even Chronomancers of the world that are running around out there right now. So give the build a shot. I'll roll through some of the combos. I'll go through, hopefully have a good labbing rotation up while I'm recording this, but enjoy the fights. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I will respond to all of them, and I am trying to make builds more accessible. I will go over one more thing, other than your 2 and your 3 and your 4, which are all big damage skills on Rifle. Rifle also ended up in this weird place where it's actually one of the highest mobility weapons on Warrior. It's just only mobile in reverse, sort of like Deadeye Rifle. So what you do is you mash 4 if you're ever stuck in a bad situation, then you can press Rifle butt and use it again to get away from whatever's chasing you. Rifle 4, of note, also removes Immobilize by default, even if you don't have Warrior Sprint traded, which you can take either through taking the Discipline or Strength variants of this build. I'm not a huge fan of builds that just maximize invulnerability uptime, but it's really up to you how you want to play it. Just keep that in mind that Rifle 4 is one of the strongest buttons in the game right now, let alone on Warrior, because it does damage, shoots an immobilizing shot, and also has a 3/4 second evade frame on it for a 3 ammunition skill. So hey, maybe it'll let us compete with some of those, double block, double invuln Virtuosos running around out there. But yeah, happy hunting. This past patch has really opened up a lot of opportunities to Warrior in general. If you've ever wanted Warrior Rifle to be good or relevant, now's your time to shine. You can of course run it on Berserker or Spellbreaker as well, but those are very different builds. So, cheers! I hope this helped. I hope you enjoy the montage of fights, and subscribe if you like this. I stream Monday, Wednesday, sometimes Friday. All kinds of wacky builds like this. I really enjoy fun trade interactions, and hopefully we'll get a Bladesworn rework sooner than later.